There has been a surprise development at a high-profile trial in London, Ontario. 5 former World Junior hockey players are accused of sexual assault in the case. Today, the judge declared a mistrial. The CBC's Katie Nicholson is outside the courthouse with the latest. So what more can you tell us, Katie?
Well, you remember that this trial initially started on Wednesday, and there was a pause in proceedings about midway through the day while lawyers and the judge had to discuss matters. There were submissions all day yesterday, and the judge essentially arrived at this ruling, which she shared with that jury this morning and discharged them. So a mistrial, they're not really uncommon. It is uncommon to have one in such a high-profile case so early, but they're often employed to sort of remedy or prevent a miscarriage of justice if there might be some sort of perception, for example, of unfairness. There are a number of different sort of applications here. But in speaking with other defense lawyers who are here, they're saying don't read too much into this, and it's quite fortunate that it happened this early on in this case. So I can tell you, basically, that jury walked out, and there were about 200 people here in the building behind me awaiting a summons, and so they are just sort of going through right now and attempting to refill a new jury, 14 jurors, 2 alternates that they're hoping to have in place by Monday so that a new trial will officially begin then. That's the hope right now. So in speaking to some of the criminal defense lawyers here, they're talking about how fortuitous, again, that this happened when it did. This is a massive trial expected to go on for 8 weeks here from many witnesses. There are so many lawyers and legal teams that are involved. Coordinating all of this was quite a task. Here's Sam Puhala. She is a criminal defense lawyer here in London, but she is not connected to this case.
Mistrials do happen frequently in jury trials especially, and so this is something that happens all the time. It's something that we try to avoid, obviously, because procedurally rescheduling a trial can be very difficult, and so in this case it's good that it happened as early as it did, because better to have a mistrial declared on day 1 than day 40 to give time to proceed to the next steps. So this is something that does happen pretty frequently.
So, Andrew, the other thing is that legally this now prevents us from reporting many of the details that we started to report when the first trial started. So we're going to hold back a lot of that information until the new trial begins, and we're going to be able to then bring you those details as the new jury, once it's in place, starts to hear them and the new trial begins. And again, the hope here is that a new trial will begin on Monday, and that they're going to hew closely to the same 8-week trial timeline that they had set up, and that this is not going to throw that off too much.
Katie, thank you. The CBC's Katie Nicholson live in London, Ontario.